Hey guys, welcome to Unreal Engine versus CryEngine tutorials. My name's Eric Blethen, and today we're going to be looking at how to create a blueprint in Unreal Engine and a schematic in CryEngine. Alright, so here we are in Unreal. Alright, so there is the main way that keeps everything organized is to find the file that you would like to be working in. So for this, I'm just going to say content. If you right click inside of the content drawer, you'll get these options that come up. Just click on Blueprint Class, and you'll get all of these shown to you with a little description about what they're used for or good for. So we're just going to say actor, and we're going to name this one. And if you open, you'll get a window that pops up. And if you see this little tab, if you grab on it and you just pull it up here next to the main level design, you'll be able to click back and forth through it. So just a quick little description on everything. Viewport, you can pull in the item that you want to create the code for, the blueprint for. So maybe a block you want it to spin, or a door, or anything like that you can put right here. And all of the components will pop up right here. You go here, this is your variables, your functions. They give you one to start out with. However, you can create more, which a function is pretty much a bunch of node-based code. So if I were just like this, and to make more, I can make a line of code to keep it organized, that then I can pull this function into the event graph and have it organized and clean looking. And the event graph is where everything goes on. So this is what makes that viewport do whatever you want. All right. Now, in CryEngine. All right. There used to be a way, I think in the 5.3, that you would go over to File, hit New, and the schematic would be over here. And then I think in 5.5 they updated it in Tools. However, there is no schematic editor over here that you can just open. And then, so over here, now you just go into the asset browser, find the folder you want, just as if in Unreal, and right click on New Asset, or hover over it, I should say, and then you'll see Schematic Entity and Schematic Library. All right, I'm going to read off the differences between Schematic Entity and Schematic Library. All right, the entity can be placed in a level, can be used as a base for other schematic entities. Everything in the base that was marked as public can be accessed, can contain following content: components, graphs, construction graph, signal graph, and function graph. It can contain variables and timers, signals, state machines, and states. The library, schematic library, cannot be placed in a level. A collection of functions and signals can be accessed by schematic entities, and schematic libraries can contain the following content: function graphs, enumerations, and signals. That's your main difference. From what I've come to understand, is a entity is kind of a whole for the project, or the main, like if I were to make an entity, and let's name it, let me name an entity very quick. That way we can say, see, it says, do you want to use another schematic entity as base? It'll ask you this for the base of the project. You could say no, yes. So we're just going to say yes for now. Or actually, let me say no for it, actually. You'll have to name it and find a file or so. So just say no. Okay. Now, when you make a library, it's more simple. Okay. So if I were to click on the library, and then you could just pull over the tab, just like I did, find wherever you want to place it. Right now it's like this. And then entity. I'm going to open the entity, do the same thing with that. Entity popped up right in here. Okay, so the entity starts with a construction graph. Let me open this more so you all can see. Close that. Construction graph and a signal graph. Okay, so these start out just to help you get started in the graph view. start, this will happen, stop, this will happen, update, and this happens every frame. So this will update every frame. So this helps you really beginners start out. You don't need to use these, you can delete them, you can come in here and find your own functions, signals, switches. Construction graph, it's a lot of the same. If I were to add, you can add component. And this is how, like, after you make a item that you want to bring in, you can bring in an item. You can bring in a light, rain, ragdoll, preload, point light, all of these that you can bring in. And when you're in the library and you hit add, these are mostly signals and functions for the library. So this will help you create a function that then you can use in entities that can pick up across entities. And that helps keep everything organized and quick because you can just come in here, click on this base right here. If I were to add a component and put in just a simple item, there is a file that comes over here, and you can click on the special file so that way you can find the exact item you want, and then you add in different components, and then you can use the functions from the library to help with this item. The library just helps you, in the sense that it is a library of code, so that way you don't have to redo the code. Alright, that's how you make a blueprint in Unreal Engine and a schematic in CryEngine. I will be uploading more videos on the schematics and blueprints, more tutorials on those later. Thanks for watching.